Hey everyone, it's your girl Shanithia. I'm coming to you with another week, and we're on week 13, and it's your own Jordan River. Daily reading: Deuteronomy 29 and 31, Deuteronomy 32 and 34, Joshua 1 and 4, Joshua 5 and 8, Joshua 9 and 12, Joshua 13 and 16. I'm going to start reading. Joshua 3 tells the story of how Joshua and the children of Israel crossed the Jordan River. These were the people who had been delivered from the hands of Pharaoh and out of Egypt. They crossed the Red Sea. Then, after 40 years in the wilderness, they came upon one last stumbling block between them and their promised land, the Jordan River. They were facing 200 miles of pure discouragement. Why? At the time of the year, the Jordan River was swole and overflowing because of the rain during the harvest season. The Israelites camped out of the bank of the Jordan for 3 days, presuming trying to figure out how to cross it. They were stuck. Maybe you're not where you used to be, but you're stuck in a place you're not destined to be. Your own Jordan River. Your Jordan could be financially, mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually. Whatever the case may be, you have found yourself in a place where you wish you were not. You're in a good company, however, because we all been there at some point in our lives. We are anointed. We have a gift and talents, but we all been stuck. We're just not meant to stay here. Joshua sought directions from the Lord about how to cross the river, and he received them. God instructed Joshua to have the priests who were transported to the Ark of the Covenant take a few steps into the river and stop there. As soon as their feet touch the water, the flow of the water will be cut off the upstream, and the river will stand up like a wall. Joshua 3 and 8 and 13. Exactly what they did, and they waited there until the whole nation of the Israels had crossed the Jordan on dry ground. Joshua 3 and 17. Whatever season we're in, we need God to clear instructions to face our own Jordan. We got to be like Joshua and the children of Israel, seeking the face of the Lord for strategies and directions. If God says to move, then we must move. If God says to speak, then we have to muster the boldness to speak His heart. If He says to be still, then we have to do so until His will is clear. If we're to cross our Jordan, obedience to the voice of the Lord must be our top priority. I don't know about you, but I refuse to stay stuck and settle for less than what I'm destined to receive and achieve. Okay, the questions. In what area of your life have you ever felt stuck? In what area of my life have I been stuck? That's a good one. I guess I'll just answer the question for you guys. But what area in my life I have stuck? I would say spiritually. I was stuck at one point because I wasn't so much like interested in reading the Bible as like I am now. So I was like stuck with the preachers preaching, and then I would, at one point I would fall asleep in church, be honest, we all been there. And then it's like you're trying to read the word and then you would fall asleep in the Bible, and we all been there. But now, as God is dealing with me, I feel like it's like a book to me now to read, the word. So it don't matter where you start. If you feel stuck spiritually, ask God for help. Honestly, He's the best help to help you spiritually too. So I did feel stuck spiritually, I would say, because now as I am growing more spiritually, I guess mature, and to understand I know where I was a couple of years ago, and doing this and then reading to you guys, and even feeding my spirit. Actually, it's also feeding my spirit. So I don't feel as stuck like I used to, or the Bible's boring like it used to be. It's not boring to me anymore. So I'm happy about that. How did you handle things? Did you seek guidance or wise counsel? I guess it's going back to with this feeling stuck. Honestly, how did I handle things? I gave it I've been doing, giving it to God for years, and now I'm just like, God, I need help as I read to people and read to myself to have a better understanding of the word, so I can, continue to help His people as He wants me to help. And did I seek guidance and wise counsel? Of course, God is also, I would say God is the ultimate wise counsel or counselor in every situation that you go through. So you could have a counselor that you go to, that's cool and all, but He's like the ultimate counselor to go to be like, God, I need guidance on this. And He helps you. Or He'll send somebody your way to help you navigate, How did you begin to make moves again? What did you do to get out of the rut you were in? How to begin to make moves again? I always say, give it to God. Sometimes He wants us to be still, and that's not easy, or to just let things happen, not in a bad way, but it's just more let me handle it. And to begin to move again, just really, as I'm doing this, this is definitely a move from God, moving again and being obedient, because coming on here, I'm like, God, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. That's the honest truth. God, I'm I don't know what I'm doing, but He's like, I'll guide you. And then, did you get out that rut? I feel like everybody do have at one point they're in a rut. They're in a rut to want to get to that place of promises. We all want to get to the place that we always want to be. And sometimes we get into so low in life because we don't see the evidence of where we're supposed to be right now. And it says, we are anointed and we have gifts and talents, but we all been stuck, and we're not just meant to stay there. That's what stood out to me. We all been stuck. And that goes back to the question, we all have been stuck. And then, how to get out that rut. Put worship music on, say, give it to God, and, just tell Him, be honest with Him, dude, I say, I'm just being honest, I'd be like, God, dude, whatever, this is too much, and, I feel so low today, I don't even know how I'm going to, get to do what I need to do. And, I want to be where I'm at, but I know I'm not where I used to be a couple years ago, So I would say that's also beginning to make a move to literally tell God what's up, on an honest truth, just tell Him what's up, and to get out the rut, worship Him, and through the storms, through everything you're going through. When you worship him, he gives you like this peace that comes over you, and you're like, God, I really needed that, so that's how I got out of the rut. I worship God in the midst of everything. Or I just be like, you know what, you got it, bruh, you got it. Like, God is the ultimate avenger of everything. Like, vengeance is his. That's what the word says. Vengeance is his. And I'd rather him do it, and for me to not be in punishment because I was trying to be, vengeful for somebody else, or just being like, I'm gonna take care of it. Sometimes also we put ourselves in situations where we probably we wasn't supposed to be there, but we put ourselves in there, and we're asking God, hey, can you help me out of this? God, I really need help. And he's gonna help you, but you're gonna have a lesson out of it, of course. That's the questions. And then it says for the verse of the week, be strong, very courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not be devastated from be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey the instruction Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or the left. Then you will be successful in everything you do. Study this book of instructions continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then you will prosper and success in all you do. This is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord